Hey, and welcome to part 2. If you missed part 1, you may want to head back and watch part 1 first. The link will be in the description of this video. Welcome to part 2 of Bullhornbetty, Victim, Martyr, Hero, a history of harassment with the families of missing children. Alright, let's get started.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
With all these cases, I would like to show a little bit more here. We have Summer Wells and what they have done to her family and loved ones, and so many more. I wish I could fit it all into a video.
I feel like my soul has left my body.
We know.
I just looked Satan straight in the eyes.
We just want to know where she's at so we can give her a proper burial.
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, that poor baby.
That poor baby.
She didn't have a chance.
Not a chance in hell.
You hated that little girl.
This is Betty and her friends, formerly known as Heels on the Ground, or Hogs. They're no longer friends. They now call each other out. But here are some examples of some of the things that they did. And these examples are from when they were in Tennessee and they were working, in quotes, the Summer Wells case. They are right now at Dawn and Candace's job site. It's at a house and it looks like a new build, and this is where Dawn and Candace are working, doing drywall, and these people just show up. So these are Summer's parents, Dawn and Candace Wells, or Candace Bly, and it's very sad. I would also like to mention that no matter how people feel or may feel about Summer's parents, they are currently innocent until proven guilty. They're not perfect people. We have seen that with our very own eyes. But do they deserve this? I don't think so.
She didn't have a chance.
Not a chance in hell.
You hated that little girl.
Summer, we know. All your
Poor Summer.
You want kids, you hate it.
Poor Summer.
That's why all your children have been taken away. How many kids did you have?
You're some mother, Candace. You're some mother.
One of them?
You mad, Olivia? I'm mad. I'm mad.
I'm pissed. I'm so pissed I'm hungry. I had to eat something before I started wigging.
Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Glare. Here, let's go this way. They're walking. Dirty looking. They're dirty looking. Look at her. Look at her. They're dirty looking. Look at her. Look at her. I had to introduce myself. Candace, I'm just trying to be nice.
We have a bunch of people out here harassing this. This is Dawn and Candace Wells. Get this man. Yes.
And there was a lot worse things said that day at the job site. I just can't bring myself to play it. Don Wells was let go from that job that day. Lost his job after that completely. Thanks to these fools. As Molly Golightly yelled, "I'm sorry your baby's dead." Summer Wells is still missing. It's been over 3 years. She's been missing since June 15th of 2021. And there will be more information about that, as well as information in the description of this video.
Her daughter. Spy pens. Man, they're really cool, right? Like in the right situation, like they could be very useful. And we've had a very unfortunate situation with some YouTubers there in your city who are stalking these people and videoing them at church, and they got a firearm running around out there doing all that stuff. Have you received any calls about this? And they filmed a child under 13 and then posted it online.
Just joking. You're gonna be great with that bullhorn today. Yeah, she's gonna be extra. But you know what's funny is when I get on the bullhorn, my problems go away. You know that it's like a release of. Oh, let me tell you something. It's like a purge. When I'm telling him he lies through our teeth. Careful, you might be white power. What? Yeah, the OK symbol now since 2017 is. You can't do anything anymore. You can't. I mean, even.
Let me just clear a factor. I am a professional. This is my job. And the only time I act erratic or irrational or anything like that is to bring attention to cases myself in a professional manner. Say I'm Bullhorn Betty. Nice
adult conversation.
This bitch spit on me.
Okay, well,
spit on me. And she's supposed to be fucking professional.
You want to
spit on you? I spit at you. Sure hell did. But it
Trump. On his promo code MyPillow, he's going to get 20% of the sale. Not the children's and orphans of dire young ladies. Adam's going to get 20% of the money. Do it. Okay? MyPillow. MyPillow promo discount code when you check out. Swag.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it. White power. Yes. Trump 2024 swag.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it. White power. Yes.
You guys realize we were out in like pouring down rain, 30-degree weather, looking in like sheds, looking in bales of hay, these big, huge fields of hay that are rolled, looking under abandoned houses. All day long. All their hand. My poor little nose is just peeling, like the whole underneath of my nose. I don't even blow my nose, like almost like whenever you have a cold and you blow your nose so much you start peeling. My nose is like literally peeling right now, right there. All that, just right all under here from the cold. We're out there in the cold, and I keep looking. And people, other people, that are out here are going to stores. I mean, yes, we go to stores and we get some content and, ask people some questions. But at the end of the day, we're out here looking. I mean, it's about the victim here. It's not. I said to JLR, and I got pissed off yesterday, I have anybody that wants to talk about money, we earned it. Yeah. We earned every member, every super chat. We earned every donation. We earned every click. Every view, we earned it.
So this is Betty and MGL bitching and moaning after a full day of exploiting Summer Wells and her family, harassing Dawn and Candace, and getting content for their YouTube channels so they can make a boatload of money. Just thought you might want to know. On second thought, let's go back to Dawn's job site for a few minutes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Don, where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? Why are you hiding from us?
Where's Summer, Don?
Let's go. Summer, where's Summer, Don? We're not going anywhere.
Where's Summer, Don? Where's Summer?
Let's go. You wanted to meet us in a secret location? Here we are. Let's go. Here we are.
You wanted to meet us, Don. Where's Summer?
You got it on my phone that you want to meet us. Candace, come out and face us. Candace, come out and face us. Don Wells is inside that house. Thank you. Where's all my batteries? We're in the public street. We're in the public street. I'm looking for him. Get out of my fucking face. Look out there. Get out of mine. Come the window. Come on, Candace. Come out here and talk to us about your daughter. What'd you do with her?
Hey.
What'd you do with your daughter?
Right to be on public property.
This is public property.
I know you have that First Amendment right, but you can't be considered.
Then fire him from the job. Fire him from the job. You don't need a baby. He buried his baby somewhere, and we want to know where she's at. Where's your baby?
Wow. Just a reminder that Summer, at the time and currently, is still missing. She is not reported to be deceased, and there has been no evidence to show that she is deceased, based on what we know from law enforcement. And just a reminder that viewer discretion is advised.
You can record us, Don! We're on public property! Right there in the window! We're on public property right now! Don! Come on! Did you call him? Hold on, you call him. We're gonna follow you. We're gonna wait here all day. We know where you're at now! Go on, property. What'd you do with your daughter? Where'd you bury her? Where'd you bury her, Don? Oh, police! Police! Do you even know what happened? Yeah, we know. I've known whales for years. Yeah. So, why are you kidding me? You realize that the baby drowned at that watering hole. They did something to her. You got proof. You got proof. Yes, we do. Go watch my channel.
I'm a bum.
I can't believe you believe their shit.
I'm a bum.
That's okay. That's what I do. What do your kids do for a living now? Oh,
I've got 2 daughters.
What do they do? They don't do you. That's good. That's good. Janice, what did you do with your daughter? Come talk to us. Got it all on TV. It brings out that bullhorn, Don. It's not going to look good. There's no. Summer's life mattered. It sure did. We love her. You don't even know her birthday, Dawn.
Present tense. Summer's life does matter.
You never once went out. You never looked for her. You never got out.
Why isn't she out there searching for something?
Every day. We've been right here watching everything you're doing.
Imagine these lunatics were actually watching Don on a daily basis and everything he was doing. Yeah, they haven't been. Because, I mean, that would be extra stalkerish. So how does anyone know what the parents of any missing children are doing when they're not on YouTube? Imagine, they're only on YouTube like once a week, once a month. How the do you know what they're doing in their off time from YouTube? You don't. So you have no idea who is searching and who is not. When, where, why, how. You have no idea. And it's crazy to think that you do know. All I'm saying is quit harassing the parents of missing children. No matter what side, in quotations, you're on. Stop doing it, because you don't know what they're doing on their own time. All you know is what you see on YouTube, on TV, on the news. That doesn't mean jack shit. It means nothing. It means that you have no idea what they're doing on their own time, so stop. Nobody should be taking any side of any missing parent, and I don't give a crap what that missing parent said on YouTube, because guess what? That parent is in the middle of a crisis. They are in the middle of the worst time of their entire lives, so I don't care what they do. Everyone has a right to their opinion, and everyone has a right to express their opinion. But guess what? You're gonna sound like a total fool, bashing any parent of any missing child. I know for me, that's what I stand against. And I thought for some of you, that's what you stand against. But apparently you don't. That's a whole nother situation. And that brings us to the, in quotation, Rico case. And I think I will comment about that closer to the end of the video. But let's keep going with this for now.
So we're doing God's work right now?
So again, we hear the term God's work. I can't. Meaning, I don't really know what else to say, but you get my drift.
The only people that are the primary suspects of Summer is Donald Wells and Candace Wells, which are sitting inside. They've been hiding from us. We have talked to their neighbors. We have talked to their friends. Everybody knows they did something with that child. Every single person that has come in contact with them knows they did something. It's not a matter of whether she has been kidnapped. She hasn't. What it matters, we want to know where they put her. We want to know where they put her so we can give her a proper burial like she deserves.
He couldn't even look me in the eye.
Because he knows we know.
So I just want to be clear that there are no prime suspects in this case. All law enforcement has ever said is that everyone is a suspect. Meaning there are no suspects besides everyone's a suspect. The only credible information comes from TBI, and I will link that in the description.
What we do? This is all we do. This is my full-time job. I got nothing better to do than exercise my constitutional rights. Believe that. Believe that.
First year Pennsylvania, I came here twice for this case. They're from Florida.
So clearly, it's Betty's full-time job to harass families of missing children. Okay, let's keep going.
Now you get a little taste of bullhornbetty, baby. Bullhornbetty. JLR, Molly Go Lightly, Chronicles of Olivia.
She didn't have a chance.
Okay, just for fun, let's read. What is a crisis actor? A person who takes part in a supposed conspiracy to manipulate public opinion by pretending to be a victim of an event such as a bombing, mass shooting, or natural disaster. And then in quotations it says, the claim that survivors of mass shootings are crisis actors is a common conspiracy theory. Interesting. Do you guys think these people are crisis actors, or do you just think they act in order to get money sent to their YouTube channels for content, money, views, all the things? Let me know what you think in the comments. So I guess I'm asking, do you guys think they fall under the crisis actor category or just the bad actor category? Bad actors on YouTube who exploit missing children for money. And the reason I ask is because a lot of people throw that term around, crisis actor, and I'm just not sure that it fits exactly. Maybe it does. You let me know in the comments what you think.
You didn't have a chance in hell. Parents like you. Now you get a little taste of bullhornbetty, baby. Bullhornbetty. JLR, Molly Go Lightly, Chronicles of Olivia.
She didn't have a chance.
She didn't have a chance in hell. Parents like you. We're going to continue to exercise the constitutional rights that we have here in America and the United States. We want you locked up. We want to know what you did with Summer. That's what we want.
See you.
Yeah, she's inside.
Look, she's out there.
There's Candace. Oh my God. They left. Mother. They left.
You know we know. You know we know. You know. You know we know. We know exactly what happened to that baby. We know exactly what happened to that baby, Candace. You're a piece of shit mom. Where were all your children? All your children are gone. Every last one of them. And one's dead.
Once again, I will remind you that there is no evidence that Summer Wells is deceased, just that she is missing. Please visit the TBI Newsroom website for more information, for factual information about Summer Wells. You can also visit the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and they have a great website, and you can view her profile over there as well, pictures and information. I will post both those links in the description.
Candace, what happened to Summer?
What'd you do with Summer?
What'd you do with Summer, Candace?
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, Candace. Quit hiding from us. Don't you think you've done enough? You guys don't deserve to have jobs. You killed your baby. Buried her where? This phone has entirely too much on it. Okay. Get over here. Let's get out of here on the road. So what did you think about today?
Oh no, did you hear that? There wasn't enough footage of Olivia. Let's listen to that again.
Okay. Get over here. Let's get out of here on the road. So what did you think about today?
It was insane. That's right up! That's right up, ladies and gentlemen! That's right up!
Take some videos with me. There's nothing of me.
Okay. Get over here. Let's get out of here on the road. So what did you think about today?
It was insane. We were driving by this house where Dawn and Candace Wells were working at, and we did a peaceful protest.
So guys, that was considered a peaceful protest? Okay then.
They called the police, Candace and Dawn, and their boss actually fired them. We're not sure if they were fired from all their jobs, but from this house, we know they are fired from, so they had to leave.
Are you going to be losing any sleep over the fact that he was fired?
I don't care.
So yes, Don did lose that job, and then he ultimately lost his entire job. And you know what's interesting is that after that, he was unable to pay his child support. And of course, he got ripped on for that. Make that make sense.
What did you think of their body language and the way they acted?
Guilty, 100%. And we were peaceful outside, and we did, talk loud. You and Marissa were raising your voices, but still your message was you wanted to talk, just have a conversation.
Huh. Just have a conversation, eh? Do those sound like people that you would want to have a conversation with? I know I wouldn't.
Love you guys. Thank you.
We got to see Dawn and Candace. There's no way they can hide. I feel victorious. Let's go have a lunch of lobster and
I just ate. Now you want to? I just had a burger. Where am I going to put it? You just want me to eat a burger? I'll find a
decompress. Just champagne.
Well, that was disturbing. Can't think of anything else to describe it. But let's get back to Betty sitting at the Airbnb or whatever it is. And this is after one of the days, at least, that they had been in Tennessee and done some stuff. I don't think it's after this day, but I'm not 100% sure.
What did you accomplish? Still waiting to see what was all accomplished, We're not good at our work. We're not good investigative people. But we come out with a target and we hit our mark each and every single day. Every day we hit our mark. We make a plan. We say what the ultimate goal is. We strategize. We achieve our goal.
So, did you achieve your goal that day when you got Dawn fired? Was that your goal? What about when you showed up at Chris Proudfoot's job or his campground or in front of his house? What was your goal then? Were you trying to get him fired too? I'd like to know. I'd also like to know, I'd like to ask Mr. Nick the Hat, Mr. Hat, and Mr. Tony. I'd like to know if you think this behavior is appropriate. Is it appropriate to treat the parents of missing children who are innocent currently? Is it appropriate to treat them that way? I just was curious. Because the fact that you have this RICO suit, case, whatever it's called, the fact that you have her in it, and it's about the treatment of the parent of a missing child, it's supposedly about anti-bullying. Can you explain that? Could you please make that make sense? You've seen her behavior, you know what she does, yet she's in there as a plaintiff. I mean, I've basically laid it all out here for you. The patterns, the history of harassment, bullying, abuse of victims. Yeah. And that's not even nearly all of it. We'd be here all day. I would like to know how and why she, of all people, is a plaintiff in your filing. And I'm asking you, Mr. Hat, respectfully, because it just seems like you're the spokesperson for this situation, filing RICO paperwork things. I don't have a side. I don't take a side. I don't bash any parents of any missing children, whether I like what they're saying or not. It's just inappropriate from where I stand and from my morals and beliefs. I've seen other people take it way too far, people that I once agreed with, and I'm not interested. And I have barely even covered this case at all because It's too much. It's gone too far. So that's where I stand, and I'm simply just asking, how does it make any sense at all to have Betty, Bullhorn Betty, in this filing as a plaintiff after all she's done? It makes no sense to me.
It was just a cherry on top that he was finally kicked off his freaking job and fired. That was the cherry for me. That was the cherry for me. And anyway, oh, thank you. I see you. Yes, if you guys are just a little, I got 800 some odd people in here. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel. If you guys are, feeling gracious and want to donate, that's scrolling down at the bottom. That's a way that you can donate to the cause. It's Venmo, PayPal, and the Cash App, whichever you prefer. You can always support us through membership, monthly membership, super chats, super stickers, or you can actually go to my merchandise store and get yourself a Bullhorn Betty product and help us that way.
Yeah, imagine supporting that behavior, getting the parent of a missing child fired from their job. The only way they have to support their other children. No thanks. No thank you.
People have, and it really upsets me because I wish people would get up to, if you're going to talk about something, at least do your due diligence and your fact finding. Colin did not do that. I think that's what his name is. Did not do that, and I find it, a little problematic when you're on here talking about something that you literally have invested zero time in to find out the true facts of the case. This is not a situation of people talking about a case. We all know that. The people that aren't delusional know that. These people literally didn't like what was going on, didn't like us being involved, and tried to get us fired from jobs, have us locked up, thrown in jail, brigading. These people literally didn't like what was going on, didn't like us being involved, and tried to get us fired from jobs, have us locked up, thrown in jail.
Wait. Are you kidding me? Did you see what I just watched? I mean, what we just watched? Betty, we didn't even bring up the Ashley furniture situation where you got that woman fired as well. Come on.
These people literally didn't like what was going on, didn't like us being involved, and tried to get us fired from jobs, have us locked up, thrown in jail, brigading local law enforcement to the point that they're calling my attorney, begging my attorney to literally just stop because these people won't stop calling their office, and their tiny little town can't handle all of the calls that they're getting from these hate channels. We've got all of this stuff cataloged and logged. This is not something where people are just talking smack.
First of all, you and only you got yourself locked up. That was all you. Second of all, no, people shouldn't be calling and bogging down any system. That's kind of going real life in my opinion. But, Betty, it also reminds me of all the calls to the police department that were made because you were protesting in front of Quentin Simon's house. Those phone calls were because you and all the people that you incited to go there. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
We got all of this stuff cataloged and logged. This is not something where people are just talking smack on YouTube. We all know that, okay? This is going not only real life, but orchestrating a complete campaign to take people out and ruin their lives. That's what this is about. So let's stop all the, oh, I'm a victim BS, okay? They know what they did. They know that they're in hot water. We've got a lot of evidence against them. There's going to be a lot more coming.
Is she kidding me? Most of this video was about how Betty was the victim of her own circumstances. So I don't want to hear that, Betty. Come on. All you do is play the victim after you cause all the problems. Get help, girl. Get help, please.
Okay, they know what they did. They know that they're in hot water. We've got a lot of evidence against them. There's going to be a lot more coming out. And I just want you guys to hear what Nick has to say because I want people to understand the severity of this. And people can say, no big deal. They don't have standing. I can promise you that I don't see these types of attorneys getting involved in this case if they didn't think that they had a good case. Just saying. We've got literally 3 attorneys from New York, New York, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Okay.
I would also like to make it clear that I do think there is some merit here. Like, some of these channels went way too far against Seth. Way too far. Doing things that we used to stand against. And that makes me sick. I've had enough of all of it, from all the sides. I don't condone it. I don't hang out in chats that do that, or channels that do that. Not cool. I do not agree with it. And now there's consequences, or so it seems. It's unfortunate. But I'm also saying that the other side, for lack of a better word, they've done the same thing, but way worse, in my opinion. And that's not putting everybody into one single box, because you can't do that. But Betty, you Girl, you've gone too far. Way too many times. For years. So make that make sense that you're a plaintiff in this filing. Make it make sense, please.
We're hitting in all these states. I just want to let you know that this is, they can sit there and talk. I'm not going to warn people because they need to make their own bed. It's only going to benefit me, so I'm staying out of it. I'm not addressing any of it. Other than this, I'm going to let Nick the Hat address this stuff moving forward. He's been updating the guy that they said was in jail, right? These people don't get any.
Well, Betty, I mean, you've addressed it multiple times, and that's fine. I get it. You need content. I understand. No worries there. Keep addressing it. It's all good. I guess it would just be nice if you, or even Mr. Hat, could address how you are any different than any of these other people covering, let's say, Seth. I mean, you've done a lot worse. Let's be honest. We just watched it all. And again, just to be very clear, I do not agree with the bashing of any parents of any missing child, especially when we do not have much information from law enforcement. I really, truly think that you all just need to shut up when it comes to any parent of any missing child. Do they come on here and act perfect? No, they don't. They truly don't. But honestly, in a way, I don't know how to explain this right, but in a way, they're in crisis mode. What if somebody was mentally ill, okay, and they came on here and started raging and saying a bunch of craziness, and it was just crazy, but they're mentally ill, they have a problem, it's a sickness, and I'm trying to compare it to something, and this seems right to me, and maybe it's not, but in a way, are you not stuck in some altered reality when your child goes missing? Wouldn't you just go nuts? I know I would. So maybe try to look at it like that. Maybe, just maybe, that person is in an altered reality and they can't control themselves. Have some compassion. Stop bashing the parents of missing children when you don't have the facts. And hey, maybe that's a piss poor example. And maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's just how I feel. And this is my channel, so I'm going to say how I feel. Everyone else has a right to feel how they feel and do whatever they want on their channel. But that's just how I feel and how I'm going to run my channel. So that's all. I just wish that everyone would stop. This has gotten way out of hand. It's way too much. And if everyone just stopped, I bet you there wouldn't be any lawsuits. Nobody would be going to jail. Nobody would be in some RICO case. Just stop. It's not that hard. I stopped. Well, I didn't really start, but anyone can just stop. Find better content, and if you can't, then that's your problem. Seriously, if you don't have a better way of making money on here that doesn't involve missing children's parents, that's your problem. And perhaps you should really take a look at what's going on with you. Stop using missing children and their parents to bring in money, and that's your only income? That's crazy to me. And hey, if the shoe fits, I'm probably talking about you. If it doesn't fit, then I'm probably not talking about you. That's all there is to it.
When are you guys going to wake up from the delusion and understand these people have lied to you for years? Lied to you for years, okay? Predominantly about me. But now they're taking what they did to me and start utilizing it on other people. And these people have a lot more horsepower than Bullhorn-Betty. And Bullhorn-Betty is absolutely happy to work with these people to get this stuff done. There is a syndicate on this platform that gets paid to bully people. That is follow the money. That's all I'm going to say. Follow the money. All right, so if they were just talking smack on their own channel, nobody would have a problem with it. It's not that. It's them reaching out to say Tony's job to try to get him fired. It's reaching out to, in bulk, multiple people.
Oh, the hypocrisy here is out of control.
And going to do it in 10 other states. So these people can sit there and hee and ha and ho. But what they have done to me and other people are criminal. And they do need to be stopped. And they won't stop on their own. And this is the only way we're going to get this syndicate, this enterprise, to end this enterprise, this capitalization, this money-making rage pay of attacking people, going real life and trying to get them fired from their jobs or locked up because they don't like their involvement in a case and they don't like their commentary.
Is she for real? I'm about done here, guys. Seriously.
We keep all of our commentary on our channel. We don't go and do real life. We don't go and call people's jobs and get them fired.
You just show up there instead? That's even worse.
This is not good. Let's keep going.
Bind them all together, make them federal. Enough is enough. This is about cyberbullying that has...
So I guess as long as you do it in person, it's okay. Mr. Hat, again, I have questions. I would love for you to help me make it make sense. Why is this person a plaintiff when it's everything you seem to stand against? I would love an explanation. Please and thank you. Respectfully.
You damn right they are. I told you, when I come into town, I make people climb walls, and I exactly mean that. We've got them caged like rabid animals in that house, and they've got drug problems. They're breaking, and they can't help it because, again, they're too stupid. We've been doing this for a really long time. This is a strategy for many smart people, and it works.
So only one content creator is being picked on, right? Only one content creator is being picked on. It seems awfully strategic. The one content, now I don't even like being called a YouTuber. It drives me nuts when they call me a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I am on multiple social media platforms. I cover true crime. I'm a journalist. I am a victim right advocate. I'm an activist of political leanings and activist for children. There's nobody on these streets more of a victim than bullhornbetty with the nonsense that they've done. So I don't want to hear it. If they're getting a little taste of their own medicine and they're crying victim when I've never cried victim in 4 years.
Cut.
When I've never cried victim in 4 years, you know what? Shut up, Buttercup. We're tired of hearing it. At the end of the day, I know what happened. You all know what happened because you guys watched it in real time. We know where my commentary is. We know I've never crossed the line with my commentary. We know I've never threatened these people. We know I've never threatened them with any type of weapon. So it's like, everything is obvious. I mean, you can just go to my channel and watch through it. What do you get? You get me, losing after being stalked. I say some rough around the edges things. So what? I'm allowed to. And detained unlawfully by the Sumner County Sheriff. Just shut me up. They can kiss my white breaded ass. Thank you. No, thank you. Of their notes. So I'd like to see how this plays out, but I don't trust this judge, and I damn sure don't trust this county. And I don't care if me not trusting them and saying that vocally is going to get me in more trouble with this judge, because I'm going to make sure that my statements are stated very clearly on these platforms as I'm going in here to be before this same judge that has already violated my rights. So I'm not going to, I anticipate him willing to violate my rights again for the people, right? The taxpayers there. I hope he looks at his grandchildren, because he has a right to uphold the law, whether he likes me or not, and do the right thing. But you know what? If he needs a Supreme Court or appeal to slap him into right, into common sense, I don't know. I hope he looks at his grandchildren, because he has a right to uphold the law, whether he likes me or not, and do the right thing. But you know what? If he needs a Supreme Court or appeal to slap him into right, into common sense, I don't know. But I don't know how they're going to ever be able to prove that hashtags contact anybody, because you go search Google, go search it right now and write and say, can hashtags contact anyone?
What's going on with BHB? You know what's going on with me? Freaking liars.
And some that I make high profile myself, like the Jennifer Santinello and Layla Santinello situation, right? Me and Olivia, nobody would touch that case until Olivia and I got involved. And then what happened? All the bullies in the woodworks came out and started bullying this mother to end her relationship with me, bullying her, and basically told her if she didn't, they were going to ruin her.
Oh, Betty, you never ever have receipts or proof of any of these things. Many of your claims come with no proof or receipts, which makes me think you're lying. Or, at the very, very least, stretching the truth. And not to mention your outrage at someone bullying the parent of a missing child, when that's what you do all day, every day.
Oh, but that's okay, right? That's okay to do to a family that's dealing with a missing child. The anguish that you put on a parent because of your hate and vitriol. For a creator that's doing nothing wrong just because you don't like them. But that's okay. I'm glad to see where your heart is. I think you need God. A little Jesus does a lot for a lot of people. What's that? Oh, what's this? They lied under oath to get that, Nisi. You know that. You think that's okay? You think it's okay missing a child and willing to lie under oath and lie to a judge? You think that that's okay? Because I didn't show up because they didn't properly serve me? So I should be on the hook because they failed to follow the proper procedures to have me brought into court and to submit me to the jurisdiction from Florida to Tennessee? Again, this is all part of that enterprise.
Maybe she thinks if she says it and repeats it enough times, it'll come true.
And you're just proving my point, Nisi. It's all part of that enterprise.
Whack AF. Come on.
Harassing people. That right there, my friend, is Terry Bowersocks. Came by and took a picture.
No, don't do it, Betty. Don't get out. Don't get out the car. Oh, she's doing it. She's getting out of the car. Ugh.
Sure. Why are you taking my license plate?
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by with me, Mr. Bowersocks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a public place.
Yes.
Why are you harassing me and following me?
Why are
you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you when
You just were in the plaza. You've been...
Exactly. Like Mr. Bowersock said, how can I be following you if you're behind me? And we saw that at the very beginning when she pulled up right behind him. Not to mention he was at the Sam's Club doing his normal routine shopping when Betty just happened to see him. Bullshit, Betty. Bullshit. And it takes a special kind of human to try and pin crimes on people. Set them up. That is sick. What lengths won't you go to, Betty? You know, to be the victim and not be seen as the perp. We see you, Betty. We see you.
Maybe we'll get a little GoFundMe. Maybe I just need to go to the local gun store and get myself a little pistol.
Not a good idea, Betty. It's not a good idea. Please don't.
So when this is all over with, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be very, very angry because I've got a hurricane that's coming to my house and I've got to be here in Tennessee dealing with this bullshit. And I'm going to say it just like that, bullshit, taking me away from my family, taking me away from the good that we could do to help other people. But these people are selfish. They don't care about anybody but themselves and covering their own ass for the damages that they've done. The damages that they have done to their family, their own child. And I'm angry. I should not be here. I should be with my family. I should be making sure that my family, my community, and my friends are safe right now as we've got a Category 4 heading our way. But no, I'm here in Tennessee dealing with these idiots.
Always the victim. It never fails. Let's do a little searchy search here for personality disorders. Playing the victim. What do we have here? And once again, I am no expert. I am no doctor. I just like looking into these things because it interests me. And we're just speaking generally here, doing a little bit of research. And this is pretty much the extent of the research I do. Just a little Googling. Well, what do we have here? A sense of victimhood may also be a symptom of another mental health condition, including borderline personality disorder, known as BPD, major depressive disorder, MDD, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD. September 7th, 2022. What else do we have here? People also ask, what personality disorder makes you play the victim? This is part of the complexity of narcissistic personality disorder. The tendency to have low introspection combined with an exaggerated sense of superiority may leave them unable to see the situation in a way that doesn't fit their worldview. As a result, they may play the victim role in some scenarios. And as you can see, that's from psychcentral.com. What else do we have here? Let me see. I'm going to click on what is the psychology of people who play the victim? The signs of victim mentality include blaming others, believing others cannot be trusted, and not taking responsibility for one's own actions. Some research suggests that victim mentality may be a personality trait in some people. It may also result from life emergencies, including family relationships or trauma. And that's from November 20th, 2023. And as you can see, the link is right below it. That is from medicalnewstoday.com, victim mentality, causes, signs, and more. So once again, disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I am not a psychologist, I am not a professional in that regard. I am just very interested in why people might be playing the victim all the time, as well as the martyr and the hero, and one who thinks they're right all the time. It's very interesting to me. So we did a little reading, and I'm not diagnosing anyone. It's just for educational purposes, speaking generally, of course. All right, let's get back to a couple more clips before we finish up here.
Lying criminal elements and idiots that most likely did something terrible to their child. They've had every opportunity to stop this nonsense, to stop the charade. They've had every opportunity to tell the courts that they were wrong and that they lied, and they choose to keep going down this path. They have no evidence to support the claims unless they manufacture them, and that's even worse in a court's eyes than lying. So, because you actually had to go out of your way, you know? So I feel confident that this is going to go my way tomorrow. I feel confident that this is all going to go away.
Well, we know now that that did not happen. Yeah. Chris got his protective order as well, and that makes 4, and there's 6 violations on the table currently. And I'm just going to add in here that I am hearing through the grapevine just now incoming information that Betty has put in some appeals. I think 4. Again, I don't know. This is hot off the press as I'm editing, and you're going to have to go do your own research. It's also probable that if I ever get this video uploaded, that it will be common knowledge by that time. All right, now back to the violations. 6 violations of protective orders. And court for that, well, that'll be coming up soon as well, and that's the criminal element. Burnt Toast made a community post with all of Betty's upcoming court dates, and I will post that so you can see it. It should be on your screen right now. And a special thanks to Burnt Toast for keeping track of all of that for us. I would also like to thank all the other channels that I have grabbed clips from. A lot of them came from my phone they were already in there, but I did grab a few of the newer ones from some other clip channels, and I appreciate you. And there's plenty of links in the description, so check those out.
Much of what I said on August 22nd, if you go back to that, like I said, everything I put out there. I told you exactly what was going to happen and what was not going to happen. They wanted to see me in jail, and they didn't care how much their criminal activity or enterprise or what they had to do in order to accomplish that illegal means. Somebody's going to be paying for this. Somebody is going to be paying for all of this, and it's not going to be me. I can promise you that.
Ay, Betty. I don't know about that. Those might be promises that you can't keep. Your actions and your actions alone landed you in this position. Take accountability. It's time.
Because there is no way I can pick all that shit off my leggings in order to wash them. And I'm not throwing all that crap in my washer to stick on every other clothes I have. Those woods in Tennessee are brutal. And never mind the freaking ticks out there. The ticks are freaking brutal. You gotta be ultra careful. We all know that something happened to this boy, but we need to move a step further. Because we need to find out where this boy is. We can all have our opinions that his mom and stepdad have more knowledge about what happened to him, but they're never going to say. They're never going to say. One of them are going to have to break their silence, or we're going to have to find this boy. And I truly believe going back to Chris's childhood is the way to solve this case. I really do. If people know anybody that knew Chris from back in his years of high school, middle school, elementary school, if anybody knows his young adulthood, if you would like to stay confidential, I'm happy to keep you confidential, but please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. You may have the nugget of information that breaks this case wide open. You may not have middle school, elementary school. Please, please, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. bullhornbetty@gmail.com. We need to find out.
Okay, Betty. Clearly not stalking. Clearly not inciting others to do the same. Oh, Betty. Betty, this is not a good look for you. You have a lot of court dates coming up. You've got a lot of money in court fines and paying for other people's lawyers, your own lawyer. This is not a good look. You're going to have to find another child to exploit. Better yet, why don't you focus on the other missing children that are out there who need to be found? And why don't you show their pictures and the facts and leave their families alone? Stop inserting yourself. You do not work for law enforcement. You're not even a private detective. You don't even work for a media channel. What are you doing? Madness. It's pure madness. In my opinion, allegedly. This video is also fair use, and it is very well transformed, so please don't even bother trying to strike it down. If you do, I'll put it back up. I appreciate the fact that you don't like people taking your content, but I have done so fairly. Similarly to when you take other people's content and use it fairly. So I just wanted to let you know that, again, it will go back up if it is taken down. So thank you so much for being here. We'll go out with a clip or two, and I appreciate you all. I know it's been a long one. Thank you so much for sticking around and for watching. I think we've shown some very clear patterns here, and I hope that these court cases and this court case that Betty has coming up, I hope that it will bring an end to at least some of this for at least one family. I can't see her stopping anytime soon, but I am grateful for all those who are documenting this horrible behavior, and changes need to be made. And it's not just Betty. There are so many channels out there that are exploiting many missing children, including Sebastian Rogers, including Summer Wells, including Quentin Simon, including Michael Vaughan. The list goes on. And some of you channels that used to stand up against tragedy pimping, you're doing it now. You're full on in there. You may not be showing up at these parents' houses or at their jobs, but there are different levels to tragedy pimping. We've seen it. But you certainly are choosing to badmouth and bash the parent or parents of a missing child. And in my opinion, that's wrong. And I get it, we don't all fit in a box. So if this does not apply to you, then I'm probably not talking about you. But if you feel like a certain way about what I'm saying, then maybe it does apply to you. Maybe you need to take a little step back and listen. Some of you, you've changed the focus from the missing child and going against these tragedy pimps, and your focus is now bashing a parent. And that's what your content is. And that's really sad. It's really sad. Is it money driven? I think it actually really depends. Well, from what I've noticed lately, if the channel holder really needs that money to take care of their household, for example, if it's their sole income, well, they're going to have to try harder to get all the drama and all the views, because if they don't, their electric bill is not getting paid, or their rent's not getting paid, or their mortgage, or their car, new cars, any cars. I don't know. I think it's sick, and I see patterns there as well. Let's be honest here. Betty is not the only one. She may be one of the worst ones, but she's not the only one. If you can't make money without exploiting a missing child's case and exploiting the parents of the missing child, then you got a real problem, and maybe you need to take a step back and take a look at what you're doing and ask yourself, is this why I came here? Is this what I used to believe in? There's no shame in taking a personal inventory now and then. Check yourself, pivot. We can all get off track pretty darn quickly, especially when money is involved. Unfortunately, we see it on here all the time. Ask yourself if you're exploiting a missing child. or their parents? Are you hurting a family that's already hurting? Are you hurting more than helping? And any of us, we're able to stop at any time. And oftentimes, it's better to just say nothing. Money truly is the root of all evil. I think the moral of the story is, don't be a Betty. And karma is a slow and patient bitch.
Everybody across this country knows who I am.
My strategy, part of my pressure campaign is actually fear, right? Not knowing what to expect, right? Like that's part of the strategy. Pressure breaks pipes, right?
Step right up! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen! Step right up!
The Chatham County Police Department issuing this statement about protesters outside the Simon home. Many of the people claiming to want justice for Quinton have turned his tragic and heartbreaking case into a money-making circus, and they have made it impossible for the people who live in the area to enjoy the peace and tranquility of their homes. This is unacceptable, and it has to stop. One person, a YouTube personality, was arrested out there. The department spokesperson.
Police have arrested YouTuber Dolly Vision, whose real name is Jimmy Williams. Jimmy was arrested after he grabbed a woman and ripped an air horn and papers out of her hands. Williams was booked into the Chatham County Jail. Police charged him with simple battery and disorderly conduct.
What do we have here? Welcome to the carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Get ready for the ride of your life. I mean business, like the sharp side of a knife. I'm the ringleader. Mostly you don't see me, cause I stay out of the spotlight. It's easy, believe me, cause you're so distracted by what's in center stage being overacted. The ropes and elastic, the sawdust and sequins, they tell a story you all just believe in. You're so gullible, as long as it's colorful, bright and shiny. Yes, isn't it wonderful? Stay comfortable, relax, sit and watch it while I creep behind your backs and pick pockets. I don't stop at nickels and dimes when I want your time and the thoughts from your mind. Don't worry, it's fine. Stop looking backstage. Why you so curious? Act your age. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Acrobats contort and twist the truth. Things in cages cavort just for you. Clowns fight each other and pretend they died. They're so good you forget they're on the same side. See that tightrope walker? Place your bets. She might fall and there's no safety net. Ah, your face is wet. Are those tears of joy? Watch animals dance when they hear the noise. We play them like a fiddle from the time they're little. Whip them into shape so they never solve the riddle. How can so few control so many and take their money?
I wanted to just take a moment and remember Quinton today. Quinton Simon. What a sweetheart. Today, his mother was found guilty on all charges in taking his life. Fly high, little angel. Rest in peace. You are loved. And now hopefully we can concentrate on him and not the evil monster that took his life. Let's get the focus back on these kids. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing. Here's his beautiful face, and you can get a lot more factual info from the TBI newsroom, and that link will be in the description. Monkey Joseph Vaughan is still missing, and here's his poster. Here's his NCMEC age-enhanced photo. You can get more info from the Fruitland Police Department. And there will be more info in the description. Also, Summer Moon Utah Wells, she's still missing as well. Here is one of her missing posters. And next you're going to see her age-enhanced photo that is done by NCMEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And here's her poster from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children as well. And here is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If you have a tip, the phone number is there, 1-800-THE-LOST. There's a lot of missing kids out there, guys. I covered these ones in this video, so I wanted to post their photos and information. So you'll see that in the description. But there's so many more out there. If you hit up the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children website, you can see a lot of beautiful faces, and those faces need to be shown too.
Let the rain wash us now and fall softly on the ground. Let our hearts be open wide and bear the tears that will not dry. Let the clouds disappear, carry the sorrow that we hold so dear. Let our yearning take its time, find its place, we'll be fine. Find its place, we'll be fine. Let the rain wash us now and fall softly on the ground. Let our hearts be open wide and bear the tears that will not dry. Let the clouds disappear, carry the sorrow that we hold so dear. Let our yearning take its time, find its place, we'll be fine. Let the rain wash us now and fall softly on the ground. Let our hearts be open wide and bear the tears that will not dry. Let the clouds disappear, carry the sorrow that we hold so dear. Let our yearning take its time, find its place, we